Hello and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen and I'm here with Scrappa Sketches December Sketchy Recipe Extravaganza with this recipe and this awesome sketch by Lisa Sikorsky. I love that there are 4 pictures and lots of ways to embellish and have fun. And here is the different ingredients. She wanted everyone to select 5, any of 5, and create a layout with those and the sketch. So I have these 4 pictures of my son and his cousins and friend for his birthday. And I'm going to use a Buenos Dias by Obed Marshall. I have tons of this because I bought a whole lot of it, used a ton of it, and then I found a bunch of it on clearance and just could not resist. So I bought some more and I've had it for a while. I quit using it because I've been doing a lot of holiday and fall theme things and they were a little less fall-y colors. So I have selected these 3 papers, this super festive confetti kind of paper, this pinky peach color, and then I used my Cricut and cut out a heart. And so I decided to use that as a layer as well as that white grid. And then I have chipboard, I have a sticker sheet, I have an entire project pad that I don't get into. Like I said, a sticker sheet, a couple puffy sheets, all the ephemera. So I've got paper, embellishments, and these pictures with this recipe. I got to pick 5 things from and the sketch. So let's see how this goes. So this is the gist of what I want to do. I've got the layers laid out and trimmed down. I trimmed that peachy pink colored paper to 11.5 by 11.5. And then I trimmed the blue confetti to 11.25. So it has a very thin border. And I inked that peachy pink colored border with chipped sapphire by Tim Holtz. I did consider inking. I also inked the heart, and everything is attached at this point except for these papers I just laid down. Now, my sizing is a bit off of Lisa's, and I am going to definitely recreate this sketch with some smaller pictures, but I wanted to use these because I was looking for something I had 4 of, and these pictures of my son on his birthday, or at his birthday party in 2017 was a good one to work with because I have these 3 funny pictures of my son is the one in the bright colored shirt in the middle, and then my nephew is on the let's see, my right and his friend is on the left. And so they're just hysterically, I mean, they're all the same age for the most part, and then the individual kiddo is my cousin's kiddo who was from Texas and came up not just to celebrate my son's birthday, but he was in town. And so we went to this place called Malibu Jacks. They had putt-putt golf and all sorts of other fun things. So this is part of documenting his birthday, and I thought these pictures would work well. I was not taking into consideration how it layers and how the top one kind of covers, but it's all good and it turned out okay. I don't mind covering a little bit of that kiddo on the top because there are 3 pretty much identical pictures, so that was okay. And then I made sure that you could see that my cousin at the bottom is, playing putt-putt because that's kind of the point of what they're doing because they all have little putters in their hands. So I used that little yellow piece of scrap paper, which is my plan for 2022. And I had 2 pieces of it and was going to use up both of them. But because I am so ridiculous, I went ahead and cut the one in half. And so now I still have another piece of that yellow paper. Like, I can't waste. I just refuse. So I put this white balloon down and I cut just a smidge of the tail off and stick it underneath that Fun Times. I do not do this on camera, but I am going to go back and do it. I'm either going to take a blue or a black ink pen, or not ink pen, but scrapbooking pen, and write around that balloon because it is like you can see it better in person, but it is disappearing into that page. So I'm gonna, at least the white part of it, the actual balloon itself, not the string, I am going to trace around that. So I tuck those balloons in up at the top. I put a little star up there. I put that little word phrase today where she has like a label right there. I went ahead and did that. I put that today sticker up there. And also I put the fun times as my title. Hers is on the heart over to the side, but because of my proportions being a little different, I just put it right there, covering that big portion of the picture that's not necessary. Like I said, you can see that they have the little putters in their hands, and so I'm not covering up anything really. And I love those little curly cues. I've considered tracing around those with my pen as well, but I don't know. I haven't decided. I'm going to have to look at it in person again instead of on here. So after I got done doing all the things that were in the sketch and all the little different things that I wanted, I decided it needed some flair. So I pulled this flair from one of the ones from my advent calendar that I had already opened but didn't use, and then decided I didn't like it how it disappeared. So I opened up day 14, which I had not opened yet. I'm a day behind. And the perfect flair was in there. It was meant to be. It is white, which is what that background paper is, with polka dots that are very similar in color to the ones that are on this confetti paper. And that made me so happy. It came from day 14's color advent calendar. And I'm going to pull one more out in just a second. This little striped one has the same colors as the little polka dot. And I felt like between the balloons in the top right, and then that flare on the side on the right, that it was throwing things off a little, and I wanted to have another flare. So I put a little Nuvo Deluxe down. I got a little bit of embroidery thread, did not take it apart like it's the full thick thread, and I kind of wadded it up a little, made a little nest, glued that down, and then put the flare with the stripes on top of it. And I love the way this turned out, you all. So on here, I'm going to point out the things that I did. I have stars on my layout. I have flare on my layout. I do have some enamel dots on my layout. There's some metallics in that background paper. I have 4 patterned papers. And then some. No, I think I have exactly 4. I have 2+ photos. And I also have thread on my layout. And then my title is 2 different fonts because that title says fun times, and fun is different than the word times. So honestly, I did like 7 of them, but that's okay. I'm always overachieving these days. So see up close, you can see the that pop of the confetti paper in the little squirrelies, and you can see that balloon perfectly fine. Look at that flare. So I haven't decided. I'm going to go back and look at it and see what I want to do. But I hope you will go check out all the other people who are playing along with the Sketchy Recipe Extravaganza. And I hope that you come back and see me again real soon. Have a great day and happy scrapping.